Stereotypes! Stereotypes were invented by people looking at other races of people doing things on a regular basis. Some people like to think that stereotypes are just made up to be mean, but I'm here to tell you that they're true. It's kind of stupid that some people are like, oh, they just want to be mean to black people and say that they like fried chicken. No, I'm pretty sure the last time I walked into KFC it was 99% dark chocolate. And then when they say that Jewish people are cheap, another fact. Pretty sure whenever a Hasidic walks in the room it smells cheap. Jews are kind of cheap though. The majority of them own bars, and most of the Jews I know, no offense to my friends that are Jewish, but you guys like to save your money pretty well. Penny pinching is bad for you, Jewish people. As for the Asians not knowing how to drive that well, that's pretty accurate, especially the Asian women. You yellow bastards are all over the road, making the rest of us look bad because you come to our country and go, "Hontai," and then you swerve into somebody. That's not cool, man. Get off the road. But honestly, let's be realistic. Stereotypes do have some truth behind them, or else they wouldn't be around. It wouldn't make sense to look at black people and say that they just like grape Kool-Aid for no reason, because that's not funny unless you see a black person with grape Kool-Aid. Now, as far as stereotypes by gender go, those are even more factual. The fact that a lot of women cook and clean only and complain about their nails hurting, I see that way too often. And the fact that a lot of guys don't care about it, well, I'm one of them, so that's proof right there. But on a more serious and respectable note, it is kind of true that a lot of women like to complain about things. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of guys that complain about just as many things. However, most of them are gay. Sorry, gay people, another stereotype, but it does apply. And as for the stereotype that men usually bring home the bacon, we do. Because we make more money in our jobs. It's not our fault, it's just the way society runs. It is a fact that men commonly make more money doing the same job as women. But it isn't our fault. I don't say, hey, I want to make more money than her, because honestly, I believe if she does the same thing, she should make the same amount of money as me. So it's not me. Don't blame me. Blame the bastards that control the paycheck, which isn't me. I'm not a rich guy, clearly. By the way, I know you guys have probably realized it by now, but that is a video game going on in the background. That is Sly Cooper 2. What is it?
Band of Thieves.
Band of Thieves. It's a great game, believe it or not. I actually love it very much. I'm just not playing right now. I wish I was. I probably should after I finish this. And by the way, for all of you women's rights activists that want to get in my face about how women didn't have rights for so long, why don't you look up the Dead Sea Scrolls and find out what St. Paul did? That's the reason you didn't have rights until the early 1900s. In fact, why don't I go into a little bit more detail about that right now and just give you a little bit of history about why you didn't have rights for so long. See, the Dead Sea Scrolls, supposedly, according to legend, are a piece that was written by Jesus himself, according to Christian mythology. According to Jesus, Mary Magdalene was not a whore, but not his wife. She was just an equal disciple. That would make a 13th disciple, correct me if I'm wrong. But when Paul started the Catholic Church, he was like, oh no, women can't be equal, we have to cross them out. Leave it to the Catholics to do something like that. There's another stereotype. Catholics wanting power. It's true. Think about the Crusades, man. No, really, about the Crusades, though, think about it. What was the whole point of the Crusades? To control the holy city? I think that's bullshit. And to make matters even worse, when the Muslims had 3,000 Christians captured and imprisoned, they let them go without hurting them or killing them. The Christians, however, killed 3,000 Muslims in cold blood, just because they could. Saladin, the leader of the Muslims, was a much better leader than King Richard, or the Pope for that matter. The Pope even informed all of the Crusader army troops that all of their sins would be abolished because they went on this crusade. Now you ask a modern Christian if they went and killed 5 people and then went and killed 5 Muslims in the name of God, do they really think that they're going to get in heaven better now because they killed the 5 Muslims? They're going to tell you otherwise. But even modern Catholics today, they say one thing and go by another. Like those Catholic priests. Now, I'm not saying that all Catholics are bad, but these Catholic priests that are saying gay is bad and then they molest little boys, they're making the rest of the Catholics look really bad. It's like the Muslim terrorists that did 9/11. They're making the rest of the Muslims look really bad. So now at airports, whenever you see a guy with a towel on his head, you're like, oh shit, he's got a bomb in his shoe. When it's probably not true. He could just be a regular guy just like me and you. He just believes in Allah and praying to the east 5 times a day or whatever it is. And the towel on the head isn't even originally a Muslim ideal. It came from India. It had nothing to do with Afghanistan or Iraq. But that's a stereotype we threw on there. So I guess that is one kind of unfair, slightly untrue stereotype, even though the majority of Muslims do kind of have towels on their heads. Especially like if you watch all of Osama bin Laden's videos. Yeah, definitely going on. By the way, I realize Osama bin Laden was killed earlier this year, but that doesn't mean it was too soon to make a joke about him. The bastard organized 9/11. I made a joke the day he died. If you agree or disagree, well, that's your choice, but I'm right either way. But anyways, this is pretty much just a short video about me ranting about stereotypes because I thought of the idea earlier, and I wanted to get it down and then record it and put it on the internet before I forgot everything I wanted to say. Leave your questions and comments below on Facebook or on YouTube. I would love to hear them. I would love to answer them in another video in a couple days if I have the time. I really hope I do. Thank you again for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. See you later. Not all stereotypes are true. What am I saying? Screw black people and Jews and anyone that's not me. Fuck you too.